I have two goals. One is to hand my assignments on time and can't do the best I can on them. And the other is to make my first short film, because it's good experience for me as a filmmaker.
So I have a question. Disappear those screens. Daniel, so simple. No. Let's learn a little more about volcanoes. We're allowed property.
Tómame foto a mí.
I'm taking a video.
Welcome back to Daniel News.
Bring the camera over. Go. Mike out of the shot. You are watching Kid Creation Studios becoming a really good filmmaker. A while ago, hey guys, quick. Yeah, I think it was a pretty crappy drawing.
How you doing?
So dark, hard, light, and.
Do you think it's
No,
Fuck. This is me from a few months ago, staying up late to finish a project I gotta hand in tomorrow for my corporate identity class, which I have to take in order to major in media and communications at my university in Mexico.
I got a stack of projects that I gotta hand in like less than a month. It seems that every goddamn professor expects me to dedicate all my time and energy towards their project as if their class is the only class. And you know what? That'd be pretty fine if that was all, but that's not all.
I'm working as a cameraman on a documentary in the late afternoons, and on top of that, I got a YouTube channel that I need to feed. Can't stop making videos for too long because I kinda actually have an audience now. I mean, barely, but it's enough to put pressure on me to come up with ideas, write a script for them, film the shots, edit everything, and finally upload the video every few weeks. And I do this on top of the homework and work I got already. Jesus Christ, why didn't God give us 48-hour days and 24-hour nights? Would have been real fucking useful.
Man, I just want to make movies and tell stories, alright? I want to grow my YouTube channel, turn it into my business, alright? I don't want to deal with any of this stressful homework bullshit. Sometimes it just feels like everything is trying to get in my way. But hey, what am I gonna do? Drop out? Yeah, that'll make my parents real proud. And when I look back and reflect on this, I realize that this is not new. This is the same goddamn problem I've had to deal with for years now. The problem of having big goals and big ambition and drive to pursue those goals, and at the same time, having to deal with life bullshit that's always gonna be there, and there not being enough time in the day for the two of them. To be completely honest, I wasn't really expecting that much out of university. I was actually expecting very little out of university, which is why I was delightfully surprised when the first semester was actually pretty great. I learned useful knowledge on the theories of communication, how the media can affect people. But here's the thing, let me break it down for you why I wasn't so excited for university in the first place. So, I want to be a filmmaker. But I didn't want to go to film school because I guess in my mind, I thought of it as the equivalent of going to an art school and obtaining a useless degree, which wouldn't help me to get a job. So if I wanted to learn filmmaking, I felt I might as well just do it myself. Everything's online now. But I did want to study something because at the time of graduating high school, I didn't exactly know how I was going to turn filmmaking into my career. I want to make feature films, but you don't start out making Hollywood feature films, right? I have to find a way to sustain myself with film-related work in the meantime, and also carve my path towards the eventual goal. And I'm gonna be honest, I need to be making good money in the meantime, because have you seen the housing prices these days? I study abroad in Mexico, but I live in Vancouver. It is housing hell. I want to move out of my parents' place and become independent, but I want to do so doing something I love, not just picking a random job and going with it. I do want to build my career. Like, I guess I felt I needed some sort of starter pack before I just thrusted myself into the adult world. Also, my parents had the expectation that I was going to study something, yes or yes. So I decided to pursue a degree in media and communications. One, because it seemed to have something to do with audiovisual production, and two, it seemed like, I don't know, I thought it seemed like a less useless degree that like could actually maybe help me get a job. Spoiler alert, not really. But the thing here is that I was treating university more like a backup thing with some benefits that would buy me some time before I actually figured out how I was going to turn filmmaking into my business and career.
It's freelancing.
Commercials,
Freelancing,
passive
that's the
income,
obvious
where I
one.
invested
And
money
it's
and
actually a
I'm
lot
glad
harder.
No. Screw it.
The most money it's ever made from AdSense, I think. $4,542.22. That's like, that's a big data-informed decision. 0.8 subscribers.
Try to be something different, something special. It doesn't have to be crazy and innovative and, you know, like a Mr. Beast type of thing, but sometimes the most radical, life-changing, fresh-feeling thing that you can do is to be honest and vulnerable with people and to share your story in an authentic, interesting, creative way.
Can someone that shot with an iPhone for their entire career be alongside some of the greatest filmmakers of all time?
This is insane that this exists on YouTube!
Today I'm going to show you how to make videos like I do.
Notice how
Tagging it.
Yeah.
3
men may or may not
It's decided. I'm gonna start my career as a filmmaker on YouTube.
Yeah, you're smart mouth. How do you think I wound up where I am, who I am by now? Just another minute till we sisters sign off. So if you're not winning, wait, bye, bye, bye. I'm a devil in disguise, but I'm hypnotized.
Just don't really know. Think that no matter, that's not what I'm aiming for. Is that I can keep your
keyword explorer. This is what we're looking for. Be score specific to your channel.
With my trashy attitude and my demons in the mood as the prey become the huntress.
I very distinctly remember when that one video I made blew up on my channel.
I hadn't checked on the video in like 2 days, and then one day I opened up my phone, went onto YouTube, checked the video, and lo and behold, it had over 300 views. 300 views! The previous videos I made didn't pass 100. Now I had 300, and what do you know? I scrolled down and there are 2 comments left on the video from complete strangers. These weren't friends or family leaving comments. I had no clue who these people were, yet they found my video and commented. And that wasn't the end of it. As the hours went on, I excitedly observed throughout the day how the views kept climbing. I got 500 views, 800 views. By the end of the day, I think I had over 1,000 views and multiple comments. I messaged all my friends like, yo, guys, people are watching my video. And they got so hyped. And my mom got so hyped and Gox Art found my video and commented? What the fuck? As the weeks went by, that video ended up getting like around 30k views, and to this day it has over 200k views. During the initial period of growth, I ended up gaining like 1,000 subscribers, which meant that my channel was no longer an unseen channel. I now had an audience. But the important thing is that I had now cracked the code to getting views. I just had to test how well ranking my titles were in search and apply those titles and keywords to the videos. The next video I uploaded, which I applied all the same keyword stuff to as well, to this day has a little over 700 views. I really thought it was gonna be that easy, huh? I was in Vancouver for the summer to work because my parents needed help with money to pay for my university. Huh? Working for university? Well, university is what you want, right? You yourself said you want to buy some time, make your parents happy, and get a degree. You called it a life starter pack. Well, that life starter pack doesn't come free. In fact, it costs around... You gotta work hard to get a degree the same way you gotta work hard to grow your YouTube channel. If you really want both of these things, you're gonna have to work double. What is my main goal here? To be able to sustain myself financially with filmmaking as my career. What have I done in order to accomplish that? I started a YouTube channel and have been growing it so that in the future it will make me... And I'm pursuing a degree in media communications that might maybe get me a job. The problem though is that compared to YouTube, investing in university requires a lot more. So me and my family have to work real hard for tuition and we still just barely make enough.
Money, 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 all my problems are money. I want to go to university, I have to pay a shit ton of money. I want to get a new camera, I can't because all the money went to university. I want to move out, no I can't because I don't have enough money. Oh my god, everything would just be so much easier if I just had more money. How can I get more money on top of work in a way that doesn't involve OnlyFans?
The freelancing, that's the obvious one, and it's actually commercials. And we could honestly break this one category down into 10 subcategories of its own.
I figured that if I tried making a business, making videos for companies, I might make some money and I could make a YouTube video about it, so I thought it was a win-win. The only problem was that I had no idea how the fuck to start selling videos to companies.
One dramatic demonstration that I could do.
The #1 predictor of good sales is conviction.
4, the word but is diminished.
My name's Abdiel Sosa. I'm a filmmaker and I'm really interested in making a video for you to put on your website because a video on your website would make you guys look so much better.
We have commercials on TV.
Come again now? I felt like the biggest goof doing this.
I went to different small businesses, trying to offer to make them a video, and it felt so awkward, and they all turned me down. Alright, so that's how you want to play, huh? Well, how about this? How about I start offering my first video for free? Ha! Reject that!
Hi, my name is Abdiel Sosa. I'm a filmmaker. I'm starting a video business. I was wondering if I could make you guys a video for free.
I'm probably not good that I could talk to you about this.
I want to ask you if I could make you a video for free. I was wondering if you'd be open to that.
That would be okay with my wife.
Sorry, the owner said you wouldn't.
Are you really just not gonna pick up?
This person cannot be reached at the moment.
Video, no one wants video. Wait, did my dad's company want a video? Oh, they actually responded. He said yes.
I set out to go and get some sick shots with my dad. I still don't have enough to buy a new camera on top of university. So you might be wondering why I don't have a new camera. And with that, marked the end of my summer. But I was not the same. I had come to realize that turning filmmaking into a business was a lot harder than I had understood. I realized that the world outside of school was unforgiving, which made the world inside school feel like kind of a silly game.
Nada, todo relajado, tranquilo.
I attended classes, and I'm sorry, but they were useless. Like, what happened to last year? Last year was good. This year, out of all the classes I took, like maybe 2 were in some way useful to me.
Okay, for context, in my uni, you don't choose your classes, you have your classes chosen for you and your schedule made for you, and you can't change all that much. So I just had to sit through design of information while my brain rotted away thinking about how I could be using this time for something more productive.
Okay, look, I'm not trying to say that my uni is complete shit here. Like, I understand that media and communications is a broad career with broad classes, and not every single class is gonna be able to accommodate me, okay? I understand that, that makes sense, but here's the thing. I had just spent an entire summer out there in the real world trying to make shit happen, okay? Trying to make money. I'd gotten a small taste of what it's like out there, so I'm sure you can understand my frustration when now I have to spend my time learning about how news stations work or how to design infographics when I could be spending that time honing in on my YouTube skills or my filmmaking skills and growing my business, okay? Because I'm sorry, but how the fuck is design of information gonna help me out there? What, I can organize my time better to balance out school and business? Okay, you know what, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I can do that if it were only school and business, but in an unexpected twist, an opportunity arose.
Do you know why I called you both into my office? Because of the video we handed in for the trailer assignment? Precisely! I took a look at your guys' video that you made for my screenwriting class, and it became apparent to me that you both went above and beyond with your assignment. You both clearly have an understanding and an interest in audiovisual production, so I'm gonna make you both an offer. As head of the production studio here at the university, I have a project I've been cooking up. I'm planning on making a documentary series on the university's orchestra and choir and their upcoming concert. After seeing your guys' work, I would like to invite you both personally to help us in the filming of this docu-series. What do you say? Yeah, that sounds hype. As much as I might complain about uni, I will give it this. It gave me some real-world experience working on a documentary. Every Monday to Thursday, we were filming. After I joined the documentary project, it got real hard finding any time for making YouTube videos, so I had to fight real hard to make time, and that often meant not doing homework. I'm sorry, but with the sheer amount of useless homework assignments that I knew I wouldn't learn anything from, I had to make a choice. I had an hour. Was I going to use it towards a useless assignment that's worth a few points, or was I going to use it to work towards my future business that would actually give me money later on? The choice was clear for me. Even still, it didn't leave too much time. In my corporate identity class, I had the project of making a corporate identity manual from scratch, but it had to be for a real company. So I called my aunt who owned a business with my uncle and asked her if I could make her a manual. She accepted, and now I had to come up with a logo, different variations of that logo, typographies, corporate colors, and all that junk. Then in news production class, my whole class had to come up with a newspaper from scratch, and I was in charge of the ads. So me and another classmate had to go around looking for small businesses who would let us make ads for them.
Late for choir practice.
Oye, ¿ya hiciste lo de efecto de los medios?
¿Cuál cosa? Ah, el ensayo este.
Sí, se entrega la próxima semana.
Híjole, sí se entrega la próxima semana, ¿verdad?
You see, my classes don't really evaluate us with exams, but with projects. So for media effects class, our final project was to write an article about a topic having to do with the effects of the media or something. Or for screenwriting class, our final project was to write a short screenplay. And in a funny kind of way, all the projects seemed to really pile up together by the end of the semester. It was hell to have to work all these projects at the same time.
Vamos a grabar a la orquesta en Monterrey. Salimos a las 6. ¿A qué hora vamos a llegar de regreso? Ah, como a las 11 de la noche.
During this period, my favorite part of the day was always the end, when I could finally get some rest. I didn't care if I had 5 assignments due, I was going to sleep. School took up enough of my time already, I wasn't gonna let it take up my sleep. Go fuck off.
This shit is due tomorrow? What the fuck?
Well, most of the time I would go to sleep. There were exceptions. By the way, that was the first time I ever tried Red Bull to keep me awake, and it did shit all. I still felt sleepy as hell. As if making that manual wasn't bad enough, I had to spend my own money on prints of my logo on shirts and junk like that for an expo we were gonna have.
And the other is to make my first short film, because it's good experience for me as a filmmaker.
I ended up passing all of my classes, and I agreed with my professor that after the winter break, I would work as an editor for my uni, editing the documentary we had been shooting. But from now on, I was gonna take things slower.
Guárdalo en tu memoria como, no sé, video de interés compuesto.
La campaña Movimiento Centinela, según lo dicho por la señora.
Absolutely no mercy. It was cutthroat. I was shitting on her like I had a scat fetish.
En su video.
Ay, sí te pasaste, la neta.
He was the only one, actually.
Creo que mi materia es la menos complicada de las que llevo.
I used to really try maximizing all of my time in order to be as productive and efficient as possible. In fact, looking back, even in the free moments when I had to just watch YouTube, I often ended up watching, like, I guess, productive videos, like on filmmaking or philosophy or whatever. But I decided to take things slower this semester. I also took a break from doing YouTube because I understood that it was simply going to be impossible to balance my channel with my school and with my now more formal work. It just would have been delusional to try. During this period of time when I tried to relax, I actually found myself watching less productive videos on YouTube and more just entertainment. Also, luckily for me, the workload in school this semester was much lighter than the last one. The interesting result from this is that I kind of started living in the present. Like, I wasn't constantly thinking about the next YouTube video I needed to make or the next big school project I needed to work on. I just went to school in the mornings, then ate lunch at my house, and then I went to work in the afternoons and was done at 6:30, and that was it. That was the end of the day. After that, I would just chill and watch Fillion do a flip or watch Charlie rant about another stupid person. I would usually find pockets of time to do homework during school or on weekends, but most days were just chill and comfortable. It had been quite a while since I had just felt comfortable and satisfied with my daily life. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Not doing YouTube and not having a bunch of constant big future projects ended up bringing a lot of peace and comfort to my life. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Pursuing my hopes and dreams makes me less happy, and leaving them aside and being complacent
¿Cómo estás, hijo?
Bien, he estado muy bien.
One of my professors said that he wanted to talk with me. He said that he noticed me a bit off last semester and wanted to know if I was all right. I told him that last semester was very stressful for me, but that I was doing much better now. I also told him some of the issues I had with last semester.
Y pues sentí mucho que pues muchas de las materias no me apoyaban mucho en eso, de lo que sé que voy a trabajar en el futuro, y creo también por eso no me sentía motivado para pues meterle todo el esfuerzo. Ajá. Y pues sí.
Ok, mira, yo creo que es importante que aprendas a dosificar tu tiempo. Es cierto, muchas de las materias parecieran ser relleno o que no apuntan o que no abonan a lo que tú quieres hacer. Por ejemplo, en mi caso, que no quieres ser periodista, no creo que sea algo a lo que tú quieras aspirar, pero las materias de periodismo te dan oportunidades de desarrollar el habla en público, de investigar, de aprender a hacer entrevistas, y tú que buscas generar contenido, pues esas materias te dan las herramientas. No te estoy comentando que te cierres a trabajar en proyectos, sino que aprendas también a jerarquizar, que le des la oportunidad, sí, a esas cosas, pero que no dejes descuidadas tus materias, porque a final de cuentas puedes descubrir en ellas de repente ciertas oportunidades laborales. O sea, bien o mal, el trabajo que tú estás haciendo aquí, por ejemplo, en el área de periodismo, a ti te tocaba hacer publicidad y marketing, ¿te acuerdas? Tienes que armar la publicidad y todo eso. Eso es muy bien pagado en medios de comunicación, no solamente en tiempo impreso o en medios impresos, sino también en medios de comunicación digitales. Pero tú eres muy bueno escribiendo, ¿no? Tienes muy buena escritura. Entonces me parece que si aprovechas esas virtudes tuyas y aprendes a identificar esas herramientas en las distintas materias, de repente puedes encontrar trampolines para hacer otro tipo de ejercicio profesional que va a contribuir a tu crecimiento, que va a diversificar tu perfil profesional y va a enriquecer tu portafolio. Porque a final de cuentas, si tú sales de aquí y te ofrecen, no sé, ser corresponsal o de repente trabajar como reportero de espectáculos o ser jefe de algún medio de comunicación digital nuevo, no vas a decir que no.
There is no ending to the story. There's no point where I drop out of university and do my own thing and become successful, or stay in university, get my grades up, and become successful in another way. The truth is, I have no idea what I'm doing, if I'm taking the right path, if I'm taking the wrong path, what my future is going to look like. I know what I want to achieve and what I'm going to be working towards, but I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't know how hard, how grueling it's going to take. Like, I don't know. And it just seems like anything I try, anything I do, no matter how many new ideas and strategies I come up with, everything just seems to lead to a dead end, just to a brick wall. Nothing ever happens, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a bit of a hard time at the moment, coming of age. I don't know. I feel like it's hard being trying to turn art into a career, being someone is, I guess, creative and needing as much of that creative drive as I have. It just feels like, whether intentionally or not, it just feels like everything is trying to screw me over. The economy, the state of my job, of the jobs available, my career, and like the competition, it just feels like it's so hard. And the amount of work that I need to put into to try to make this work, try to move forward, and try to bring my own ideas to life as well. Having to deal with everything else that I'm supposed to do, that life throws at me, and having to work on these projects, it's really tiring. It's really, really tiring. I can really feel it weighing on me. And here we are still doing it. I'm making this this film right now. And I feel like I'm gonna keep doing it no matter what happens in life, because that's just, it's just what I want to do. It almost feels like my purpose to a degree. Like, just having that drive, having that dream, that vision in my head, and moving towards it is just enough to keep me going. Just to have that vision, and I'm not stopping. I can't stop. I won't stop.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate this trip as well.
The night before shooting, I'm still working on the script because I keep changing it.
No, man, when I'm working, I hear them, and I just throw them down.
藤野ちゃんはなんで書いてるの?
Oh no. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's Jason chopping down.
Oh. But what of it? Go on singing.
And cut.
God damn it, you already ran out of storage? How many files do I have on here?